In today's video, you're going to find out how to win 80% of your solo games if you follow the steps. We'll cover key principles like how to always be one step ahead of everyone else in the lobby, when and when not to take your gunfights, and your positioning on the map, which are the tactics that Huskers used in his world record kill games. To make things easier, we're going to split things up into early game, so when you're landing and looting, mid game when you're about 5 to 10 minutes into the game, and late game when you're in the final few circles. So step 1, in the early game your main objective is to get money fast. You ideally want $14,000 for a loadout and a UAV, but 10,000 is fine if you're pressed for time. If you're going for a high kill game, you'll want to land in a high traffic area to pick people off while they're still looting. My preferred spot is Superstore because there's always a car parked outside, which we'll talk about in step 2. So the strategy for landing super is to land on this back ledge and hopefully find a gun. This allows you quick access to the top of super, or the ability to navigate to one of the windows that overlooks the inside area, or you can run down the stairs to the ground floor. While you're landing, make sure to look around to see how many other people will be in your area. For example, if you see 2 people landing, when you kill someone, you'd expect that third person to come running to third party while you're plating up. Once you've cleared out the area you've chosen, you can start to work your way around the outside of super. Quickly loot items and cash while checking every corner, and make sure that you listen for footsteps or gunfire. If you're looking for a high kill game, you can start to make your way towards that gunfire to look for a kill. If you're just looking to survive, carry on working your way around the perimeter and try and get as much cash as possible. If it's silent and you know other people have landed in the area, they're probably camping in a corner somewhere, so be extra diligent. Following on from that, if you're just looking to survive rather than getting a high kill game, you should look for a scavenger contract in a low traffic area, ideally with a vehicle nearby. Step 2. Once you have the cash, make your way to a vehicle, preferably a truck or a 4x4. You don't want to be running across the whole map and turning this into a marathon simulator, which is actually what someone didn't do later on in this video, and it's what got me the win. If you don't have a vehicle nearby, you should look at your map and find a shop that's not likely to have too many people around. In this case, I picked up a bounty to get those $14,000, and then I could go to one of the shops nearby. If it doesn't all go to plan, don't worry, win your gulag and start the process again. It may set you back a bit, but that's fine. So I won my gulag and got revenge, got another easy kill to get my money back. When looking at the map, I see a truck and a shop that is usually a low traffic area, so I make my way over. While putting the trophy on the vehicle, I hear glass smash above me, so I make a mental note. While I drive over to the shop, I see that he has a sniper, and now we're back on track. This first loadout allows you to get your preferred guns, then you can get the second free loadout for Ghost to make sure you don't show up on UAVs. And now we've entered the mid game. This part of the game should be spent repositioning and clearing out your chosen area to lock down. Step 3. Your goal is now to position yourself to the center of the existing circle, because this is where the final circle is likely to end. Find yourself a place that you can hold down on your own. On our way over there, we have an example of when to choose the correct gunfight. I saw someone on the top of the building in front of me with a sniper. I don't want to risk getting sniped from my vehicle, so it's my time to tag him up so he's forced to heal. Once I've laid some shots on him, I can make my move to a better position. I can see that he's not peeking again, so I look for a better angle. And there you go, straight back into the truck to make sure no one else tries to catch me off guard, and I get some great loot without having to spend time looting. If you're not looking for kills, you could just drive on to your preferred location, but if you're looking for kills, this is the time where you drive around looking for those red pings on your minimap. You'll notice here that while I'm driving, I'm constantly looking left in the truck. This is because when you're in a vehicle like the truck or the 4x4, the main way you're going to get killed is from the left hand side, as that's where you're sitting. When you're driving, you should also weave left to right in case a sniper is trying to line up a headshot from behind. When I arrive at my destination, I use my heartbeat sensor and try to get some high ground to lock down the area. While climbing the ladders, make sure to look around in case someone's shooting directly behind you, and thankfully the sniper misses me and I'm able to see him while he's rechambering his shot. Again, I try to damage him to force him to use his plate, which gives me time to reposition. Remember what we said before, choose your gunfights wisely. In this case, I disengage because obviously he has a sniper and I'm not using an underbarrel on this gun, and I don't know how many other people are up in the hills or even in this building. And now we've entered the late game. In this part of the game, your aim is survival. I know a lot of people can get to this part of the game, but it's the tips going forward that determine whether you put yourself in the position to win. If you're going for high kills, you can drive around in your vehicle to look for gunfights, but in this case we're just going for a win, and we're going to let everyone else in the lobby kill each other. Make sure you patrol your area, but don't chase kills if you don't want to. So now the lobby is down to 13 people, and you can expect most people at this point to be camping, so keep that in mind. Check every corner, and a principle that I like to use is to move in and follow the perimeter of the gas. This way you know there's no one behind you or the direction that you came from, and you only have to worry about what's in front of you. So in this situation, I know that there's snipers up in the hills, so I want to move to the right where I can use the road and the bridge for cover. First, I need to make sure no one's behind me. I hear shooting below and capitalize. Once I down the first person, I instantly look behind me as I expect more people to be camping nearby. And now I can move in with the zone to the right, being careful of these snipers in the hills. When you hear gunfire, you can use your map to see the general location of the enemies. Again, I see someone in the hills, but I decide not to shoot because that will give away my location. So I move right along the perimeter of the gas to get myself ready to clear out the area. And also, I'm letting everyone else kill each other. Another tactic to understand is how to cut off the final circle. At this point, I can see gunfire, and I know that there's 2 other people left who are in the hills. If I were to stand in the middle of the circle right now, this cuts off the circle without the enemies even knowing it. So now the final circle is a lot smaller, and I want to push up a bit, and there's some distance between me and the safe zone. The key here is to spend the least amount of time in an open area and always try to be behind cover. So I look around and spot a few areas. Initially, I choose this rock and force this guy to use his plates, which allows me to run to the next bit of cover. As I cut off the circle and find the new cover, it's now a 1v1. He's behind the car, so I test him with a few grenades, and what do you know, no trophies. So that's an easy win in a high SBMM lobby. This isn't a high kill method where I'm dropping 15 or more kills, but it gives you the fundamentals if you're just looking for a win. I'm going to make a guide in the future for getting more than 20 kills in high skilled based matchmaking lobbies, so like the video and subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments and I'll reply to every single one. And I'll see you all in the next video.